Today we are going to be talking about doing a home reset. So what is a home reset? You might be wondering. To me, doing a home reset means getting your home back to a place where it's at its baseline clean. It's about getting all of your possessions back to where they belong so that your space is functional, workable, and tidy. If you've been following along with my channel for a while, you know I am all about daily routines to keep my life and my home running smoothly. It's about little habits that we do every day that keep things like cleaning and decluttering from getting out of control. But even with the best daily practices, once in a while our home needs a reset. Life can get busy. Maybe we got sick, we went on vacation, we had some unexpected things come up, we did a new home project, we had a busy few days with the kids, we're having company, or we had company, or we're just in a transition of a season of life. In general, I tend to find that when life gets busy, the house gets busy. If you're like most people, as spring sort of inches closer into our lives, you may be thinking about doing some general spring cleaning. And a home reset is like a really great first step because it's gonna get your home back to that baseline clean so you can start thinking about tackling other things. If you're like me, I'm one of those people that I can't necessarily like move on to a certain project if the stuff around me is sort of in chaos. Like I couldn't think about cleaning out my basement or decluttering my pantry if the rest of my house feels like a total disaster zone. That's why I rely really heavily on doing home resets, especially before I start any big projects. Really quickly before we jump into everything, I want to let you know that today's video is sponsored by Ecovacs, and I am so excited to tell you about their new robot vacuum a little later in today's video. So in this video, what I'm going to be sharing with you is what I call my 2-hour reset. Now obviously, it's not going to be exactly 2 hours for everyone, okay? This is just a generalization. Everybody has different homes, different sizes with different needs. The point is, the time frame of 2 hours is not a one-size-fits-all, but the 2-hour reset involves you going through 8 steps. So it's really less about the 2-hour mark, although in general it's something you're probably going to take about 2 hours to do, but it's more about just going through these 8 steps to complete a home reset. What you're going to be doing first is what I call the big 3. These are the first 3 steps of the 8 that you are going to accomplish, and they are going to make overall the biggest impact. So if you don't have the time to do all 8, you work on just the big 3 and it will still give you a pretty good payoff. The big 3 is a rule that I tend to use when I'm tackling any project, not necessarily just cleaning or decluttering. I like to think about the big 3 things that are going to give me the most impact when I'm working on something. Oftentimes when we have projects, we can feel really overwhelmed. We're not always exactly sure where to start. You know, the list of things we need to do is 8 things or 10 things or 20 things. And so I always say, look at the big things. What are going to give you the most payoff? Very often you can find a big 3 items that are going to give you maybe 75% of the impact that you need. So step number 1 is trash. I want you to just go around your space with a garbage bag and pick up any trash that doesn't need to be there. Empty trash cans as you go. Get all of the trash out of the space. This is stuff that does not need to be in your space. It's just going to be distracting as you're trying to go through the other steps. And lots of times, depending on the space you're working at, just doing that first step can give you a pretty good payoff. Step number 2 is to move the big items back to where they belong. So when I say big items, I mean, you know, like pieces of furniture. And if you're somebody who doesn't have children, you might be sort of confused. You're like, why is furniture moved around the house? I don't know. When you have kids, for some reason, like they've taken the cushions off of the sofa and the high chairs in the living room and they moved the rocking chair across the room. Whatever it is, you want to focus on moving the big items back to where they belong. And then use this for any other big items that may be lurking around. Maybe you have a big package that arrived that's been sitting in your room for a day or two. Tend to that. You want to get to anything that is large. You're thinking of something that's the size of like a small chair or bigger. So now you've done step 1 and step 2 of the big 3, and this is probably only taken you maybe 10 minutes. So that's pretty good. We're off to a good start. Step number 3 of the big 3 is to clear off your flat surfaces. We're talking countertops, tables, nightstands, dressers, as well as floors. So anything that's on the floor that doesn't belong on the floor. Anything that's a flat surface, you want to clear the clutter off of it. And essentially you're going to be doing one of three things when you are clearing your clutter. One, you're putting those items back where they belong. If you've seen my videos before, you've heard me preach the importance about everything in your home having a place that it belongs. We're going to talk about that a little bit more as we go, but essentially you're going to take things, put them where they belong. But I also, as you're doing this step, I want you to be carrying a basket around with you, because when you come across something that does not have the obvious spot that it goes, like you pick up a book, you know it goes on the bookshelf. If you come across an item and it doesn't have a place that it belongs, I want you to put it in this basket, and we are going to tend to this basket later. I just don't want that item to distract you from your task at hand right now, which is clearing off your flat surfaces. If you don't immediately know where that item goes and you can't replace it to where it goes, put it into the basket, okay? Now, two big things that are probably gonna come up as you are clearing your flat surfaces is laundry and dishes. I don't want you to be doing your dishes or your laundry yet in step 3, but I do want you to get it to where it goes, okay? So laundry is going to get its way to the laundry basket. Dishes are going to make their way to the sink, but we're not going to tend to them in step 3. The point of step 3 is just clearing off the flat surfaces, and like I said, at the end of the day, if you only stop at step 3, you still have made a pretty good impact on your space. Okie doke, you have accomplished the big 3, which like I said was all about focusing on the top 3 things that were going to give you the most impact. If you look at the before and afters, you can really tell that just doing these little things made a really big impact, but it was only 3 of the 8 steps. And this only took me about 30 minutes of the total, probably about 2 hours it'll take me to do this entire home reset. So that is the power of the big 3. I love that. But assuming you have the time, you're gonna do a big old essential home reset. You're gonna give yourself the time to do a little bit more. We are going to move on to step 4, and that is to get to the kitchen and to go ahead and take care of those dishes. So dishes that are dishwasher need to go away. Dishes that are in the sink need to get washed. Don't leave any dishes out drying on your counter. You want them washed, you want them dried, you want everything put away either in the dishwasher or away in the cabinets. And then wipe that sink nice and clean when you're done. It is worth taking the extra minute when you are done doing your dishes to go ahead and polish your sink nice and clean, because it feels so much better. If you're gonna take 15 minutes to wash all of your dishes, take that extra 30 seconds to empty out the drain plugs and polish that sink nice and clean. Trust me, it feels so good. It's like a little reward to yourself. Moving right along to number 5, we are going to work on laundry. Obviously, laundry is not something like dishes where we can just do it and be complete. We have to run cycles, but do whatever it is that you need to do in wherever you are with your laundry. So any laundry you collected, get it downstairs, start a load, switch a load. If you have a clean load that needs to get put away, whatever needs to be completed in the laundry space, now is the time to do it. Usually, for me, it is not about washing and drying the laundry, it's about getting the laundry put away. I'm slowly getting better about it by staying on top of it, but don't leave clean laundry in the basket. If you're on step 5, it's time to get that laundry put away. It's going to feel so good to have it put away, to have your basket be nice and empty, to put in your closet so you have somewhere to put dirty clothes and your dirty clothes aren't mixing in with your clean clothes. Literally my biggest pet peeve. Step number 6, you're gonna make your bed and wash your sheets if you need to wash them. Personally, I keep 2 sets of sheets so that I don't have to worry about that dreaded, oh my god, I put my sheets in the washing machine and now it's bedtime and I don't have them. That happens occasionally when I have to wash my duvet cover and it's not dry by bedtime. It's the worst. I have smartened up. I'm 34 and I now own 2 sets of sheets for my bed so that when I take one set of sheets off, they can go into the wash rotation and I can go ahead and put another clean set onto my bed. All right, moving right along, we are on to step 7, and this is to clean flat surfaces. So in step 3, we cleared off all the flat surfaces. Now it is time to clean the flat surfaces. We're gonna wipe down our counters, we're gonna wipe down the nightstands, we're gonna wipe down tables, we're gonna get any of the flat surfaces clean, and we're gonna do the floors as well. Now at this point, personally, I will turn on my Dbot vacuum. This is the Dbot X1 Omni. Now, like I mentioned, today's video is sponsored by Ecovacs, but this is actually the second Dbot that we have owned. It is a product we truly use basically every single day, and I can tell you guys, it is seriously a superior robot vacuum compared to any of the other ones we have ever used. We recommend it to all of our friends and family. It has navigation and true mapping that is super accurate. It is amazing at avoiding any clutter. It's not as noisy as other robot vacuums. You can set up custom cleaning schedules and maps. It gives you an amazing clean, which at the end of the day is what really matters the most. But this newest edition, the Deebot X1 Omni, is like no other robot vacuum. It doesn't just intelligently and automatically vacuum and mop. It also auto empties your debris, and it washes and dries its mop heads to reduce bacteria and save you time from having to do it. Oh, it also auto refills the water tank with clean water. And one more thing, did I mention you can control it with your voice? Okay, Yiko.
I'm here.
Complete cleaning.
Okay, continue cleaning.
The Deebot X1 Omni is available on ecovacs.com as well as Amazon and Best Buy, and I am telling you guys, it'll be the best robot vacuum you ever buy. If you don't trust me, just watch some of the other video reviews of this product out there. It is the best one that there is. And last but not least, the 8th step is to take care of the randoms basket. You might have forgot about this. You might have thought I forgot about it, but I didn't forget about it. We would like to forget about it because we don't really want to have to necessarily figure out what the heck is going on with the stuff in this basket, but we want to tend to it. Otherwise, it's just going to be this eyesore that sits around and you don't really know what to do with, and you kind of just like shove it into a back corner somewhere. Not that I'm speaking from experience. Take that basket of just random stuff that you collected in step 3 that you weren't sure where it belongs to, and take care of it. Get the stuff back away where it needs to belong. This may take a little bit of organization, it may take some decluttering, it may take you inventing some new organizational structures for some items that didn't have a place that they belong, whatever. And then that's it, you guys. And it's just that process of getting your home back to this place of being reset, of being this baseline clean, right? All of your possessions are back where they belong, everything looks the way it's supposed to, it feels calm, it feels peaceful, it feels like you can function and work and like complete things in this space. Oh, also I wanted to let you know that there is a link in the description box down below where you can print out a printable of the 8 steps to make it a little bit easier for you, or like save it on your phone or whatever. But that does it for today's video. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. Please remember to be kind to yourself and to others, and I will see you all in my next video.